Lumberjack nigga.
We here with RKT Appraisals in the building, RKT Real Estate Finance, all that good shit. We got Kelly Rashidi in the building. So today's topic, we're talking about how to get money with the people around you. All right, so what's that about, Rashidi? Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, man. It's just about getting money with the people around you, like the topic says. I mean, a lot of times, we surround ourselves around people, but nobody's making any moves and nobody's working together. It's a lot of ways to work with people around you in your circle to actually make money. I mean, we're at the age where if you got a partner, you guys should be able to, a business partner or a friend, you guys should be able to be doing business together, whether it's collaborating, trying to get property, whether it's collaborating, trying to, do Uber and rent out cars, whatever it is, you should be collaborating with the people around you. There's too many things that everybody should be doing as a team to be able to make moves. The reason why I say that, you look at communities, you look at, the Chinese community, go to Chinatown. What do you see? All Chinese people, all working together, all businesses. They all using their own inner circle to do things. You go to the Indian areas where you see all Indians. The point of it is that we all got to stick together and actually work together to actually do something. So if you have a circle and you guys ain't getting money together, what's the purpose of the circle? What's the purpose of the other person being there with you? So that's the main gist of it.
Right. No, I agree. I think what happens is a lot of people don't really have that mindset. So it's for most people it's hard. So you because they're around other people who also don't have that mindset. So I think if you know people or get with people who have the same mindset as you and y'all are on the same page, I can make shit happen, then I think I can make shit happen. That's why me and Miles was able to do what we do, because we have that same mindset of getting together and actually making this situation go the way that you wanted it to go. Same thing with you and Kaleem is like, y'all got together, y'all have the same mindset, and then that is where, okay, let's get together, let's do certain things to make make some money out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real shit. So this person said, hold on. It says selling an exclusive hoodie in public, a good plan to sell shit and also practice sales and mouthpiece. I want to be like what? LV, what does that say? It's just that people won't really know my brand. I don't know. What is he saying in that question? I have no idea.
That one I'm a little lost. You're gonna have to rephrase that one. That one I'm a little lost.
Rephrase that one. It says keeping squares out your circle and you'll be in better shape. That's a fact. So this was I successfully knew a dude who bought a house with his homie. I knew a sucker who lost his house to a woman. He was simping bad. Quality circles needed. I'm starting a business with my little brother. All right, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the thing. I think just what needs to happen is people got to definitely make sure that they are surrounding themselves with people who have the same mindset, because also if you are surrounded by people who don't have that same mindset or who have a loser mentality or who's actually scared to make things happen, they're going to bring negative energy around your situation, which is going to make it harder for you to really make things go down, because they bring in down they bring in that negative energy towards you, which will probably make you doubt yourself or doubt what the hell you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But Kaylee, what's your thoughts on all this shit so far? Oh, is Kaylee still there? Or did he freeze?
Yeah, it looks like he's frozen.
Oh, shit.
But no, but to piggyback on what you're saying, Mr. Lucario, at the end of the day, you look at everything. They say it's always a village to raise children.
Right.
It's a village to become millionaires together. You look at everything that's done. Nobody does anything by themselves. It's a lie. Somebody always has somebody, whether in the background, it's a front man, whatever the case is. Nobody does anything by themselves. You look at a house. Most times you see a house, it's a couple. They did it together. Or you can get a house with your boy. It's two incomes. You get a better house. You can make more money. I mean, you look at Facebook, how Facebook started out with Mark Zuckerberg. He had 2-3 partners. Every establishment has multiple people involved in the pot. When you look at these companies, Jay-Z, he has a share in the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody is coming together. So it's one of those things where people have to start realizing that you can't do this by yourself. You just got to be smart who you collaborating with, but you cannot do it by yourself. If you do try to do it by yourself, it's going to take way longer. That's why they always say two heads is better than one, because you think a lot faster. One could catch some mistakes that you're making, and you have
Right.
another person checking you. So that's why it's crucial to surround yourself with people that's doing something, join forces, and just lay the foundation, and you could take off.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And usually the bigger your shit gets, the more you're gonna the more you're gonna need, other people that you work with, because it's like, if you really doing something on a huge scale, like in order for you to really, move efficiently and move faster or whatever, you're gonna need to probably hire some people, or you're gonna need to have some people that's in your corner where y'all are working together to make something go down. It says, I want a clothing brand, and the only way I know how to start is by selling it live in public. I just want an opinion on my plan. You don't need to start selling live on public. You can do this shit online, bro. What are you talking about?
What?
Adam, you can do this shit online. We sell our shirts online. You feel what I'm saying? At thebadboystyle.com. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on, you could start something online, and then you can market online. You know what I'm saying? You can, go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, go on all these platforms, and you could have people modeling your shirts. You can go on podcasts and wear your clothes on the podcast, and then shout out your shirts and where people can get them. You don't got to actually be live in public to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely true. And I mean, even this is a perfect opportunity where it goes with this topic. If he had somebody working with him, he could have one of his boys put on a shirt, rock it, see somebody else wearing it, both of them showing and advertising it. If he has a partner, business partner, whatever the case is, he could have it advertising in public if he want to do both. If you want to do online and public, because word of mouth still exists. Going to pop-up shops and all that type of stuff do exist. That's why, again, if you had another business partner with you, you could be mixing it up. One at a pop-up shop, one doing online, or vice versa, rotating and just going everywhere.
Right. So
and I was gonna say, if he's gonna do stuff in public, don't just go out on the street. Like, look at the calendar in your town and find like festivals and different events happening that have a lot of traffic. Like, a lot of times, in particular cities, they'll have like a beer fest or a wine tasting or some type of festival, and be careful with the laws in your city, because sometimes they have those situations where you can't just be selling shit on the street without like a vendor's license and all that other type of shit. So you got to be careful with that. But you don't just want to. And with that being said, you might want to apply for a vendor's license, actually. But what I'm saying is, you want to be strategic. You don't want to just go out in public and try to sell shit, because especially certain things like clothing and certain other things that touches people's skin and could be very personal. Right. You want to have like a designated time and place to sell things. So you want to, like I said, look at the calendar, see what's going on in your town, get your vendor's license so you can have a little table set up and have a board, and you can hang the shirts up and things like that, and you can have a little area for people to try it on. They have these like foldable dressing rooms where you could have that set up. People could try on your clothes, and have a portable mirror too, so they could see how they look and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Be strategic about your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're gonna you want to come across as someone who has a legitimate business. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when people see you out on the street, it's like they can develop a certain opinion of your brand. So you don't want to like have a lowbrow brand just based on your presentation. You understand? So, because I remember when we used to sell CDs on the streets, we would just be chilling in Times Square selling CDs on the streets. Right. But it's different if you're going to sell on the streets at an event or at a function where there's a lot of people, or sometimes they have those farmers markets, or sometimes they have like I said, in the city that I live in, or pop-up shops. In the city that I live in, they have this thing called First Friday, where there's a park in the middle of the downtown area where people just come and just sell shit, like a swap meet type thing. You see what I'm saying? So you could set it up like that too, whatever, depending on the city that you're in. I know they have a lot of swap meets in Los Angeles. I don't know if you're in Los Angeles, but the point I'm trying to make is to be strategic about your shit. Don't just go outside and be like, yo, I got these hoodies, bro. Like, You wanna be strategic and make sure you're representing your brand correctly, and then do that and do things online too. Get a couple of chicks. Get your boys. Find some good looking people that you might know. Do a little photo shoot with the stuff on. Put the shit on Instagram, and then put a link to your online store. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Right, real shit. So, Kaylee, what's your thoughts on all this so far?
Yeah, so I mean, a few things. I mean, that was a good point, Miles. I was gonna say that because one of my boys, he has a clothing line. As a matter of fact, this shirt that I got on right now is from one of my boys. What he did is that he has an online store. To
No, I'm trying to give you solo so we can see the.
oh my bad. Like, I cut off for a second. My fault. Yeah.
No,
So he this right here was this is from his online store right now, right? So that's pretty much a good point what Miles was saying. That's the best thing you could do. Have people that you know model your clothes for you, so you can get your brand out there. Because you doing it on the street, that's a real old school way of doing it, and it's a little unprofessional. So it's less likely for people to gravitate towards you when it comes to that. But honestly, I think when it comes to people working together, like you said, Mr. Locario, it is the mindset. However, I think it's a little deeper than that. I think that the people that you know, a lot of times they're not going to be the ones who are going to go in business with you. Those are
right.
just like your friends. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I realized that. Like, like a lot of my friends, I wanted to go in business with them, but where we were not thinking about the same things. We all want to get money, but in different ways.
Right.
But what I did was I identified how I can utilize each friend for what I'm doing,
Right.
and vice versa. How we can benefit each other, even if we're not doing the same exact, if we don't have the same niche. Like, I'm in fight, like, me and Rashidi, we're in financial services. I have friends who design clothes. I have friends that are mechanics. I have friends that do different things. I utilize them the way that I can, to where I can benefit and they can benefit. They send me referrals, I send them referrals, and then so that we could all eat. Still, even though we have different niches, we're still finding a way to get money together and coexist together.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. So hold on. So hold on. Let me see what he said. Adam was saying online, but it gains more attention if you're doing it in person, because really
That's
gonna
not true.
search on unknown brands also makes the brand more unique. No, that's
That's not true. That's the opposite. Because you got to realize, if you're physically in a location, you're stuck in that location. Let's say if you're in Charlotte, right? Only people in Charlotte can see you.
right.
But if your clothes are online, everyone from all over the country, internationally too,
The world.
can see you. The world can see you. So it's literally the opposite. You gotta, like, just kind of upgrading, get up with the modern times and things. And it's not hard, but if you don't know what you're doing, I would say that's the first thing. Connect with somebody who is more tech savvy, to where they can guide you on how to go about that process. Because I think that's an issue too. A lot of people have a lot of value to offer, but because they're unfamiliar with the new day and age and how things work, they don't know where to start. So as a consequence, they get stuck in a certain area. I would just connect with somebody who knows who are good with computers, who knows how to, and good with marketing and know what they're doing, and let them help you. I think, and in general, I just think that nothing that's done great can be done by yourself. You need a team, no matter what. Anything that was done significantly was done because there was a team involved. Me and Rashidi are a team. Maz and Mr. Locario are a team. And so that's the reason why we get things done, because we're connected and we're working together. There's nothing that you can do, honestly, that's going to be like something significant, something great, if you're doing it by yourself.
Right. No, that's a fact. Because, like, even for example, when you put out, because Miles sent me a video of the masculine identity soap, right? So I'll put it on Instagram, and I paid Instagram like $120 to promote it, and then it got like 15,000 views. So the thing is, that's 15,000 people that saw the soap in the commercial that wouldn't have seen it if I was just standing outside, in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? For like,
Right.
So it's like you're just reaching more people like that. But also too, what I'll say specifically for Adam when we're talking about this is that when it comes to you trying to sell your clothing line, it's about marketing. There's so many different ways that you can market, and also with social media, when you become a person when you become a person that's recognizable, meaning that people keep seeing you, you keep putting up content, and they start to know you more. That's when you start to build that customer base who is really about fucking with what you got. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times what happens is people will buy your shirt, not necessarily even just because they like the shirt. They'll buy it because they like you. You see what I'm saying? That's another thing you could do. You know what I'm saying? You make yourself accessible to the public so that the people who gravitate to you and what you do want to support and be a part of that situation.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's something that we should always remember, that the product is the product and it's cool, but in a lot of situations you're selling yourself. You understand? Right. You're selling your personality, your identity, your online identity. So if you are going to have an online store, if you are going to use Instagram, you might want to start a new Instagram for your clothing line separate from your personal.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You understand? For example, let's just say on your personal, you're a Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then that's a lot of people that ain't going to want to fuck with you.
Right. Exactly.
As an example, like, or let's say on your Instagram that you show your religion, like, oh yeah, I went to the Muslim mosque today and I pray 5 times a day or whatever it is. You might have some Christians that might not fuck with you. They might not buy your shit. So, right. And that's just reality. I'm not saying anything either way. I'm just giving out examples. But what I'm saying is take that into consideration. And with that being said, you definitely want to start like a new Instagram, like a new thing just for your clothing. You understand what I'm saying? And then so you can show your personality on that new Instagram, but show the personality that you want to show to sell your personality, sell the strong parts of your personality that will accompany the process of selling your brand. You see what I'm saying? So, if you like you see where it says born unique on his t-shirt, right? So, you want to like do things that are unique to you, right? But not anything political or religious though. Right? You want to do something that's unique to Kayleen. You want to do something that's unique to Miles Cunningham, unique to Lucario, unique to Rashidi, where it's like, well, I wear a green earring in one ear, or sometimes I have 3 cuts in my eyebrows trying to wild out, like whatever. You understand? It's like you want to use the strengths in your personality to sell the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think a good point that circles back with everything we're talking about, because the reality situation, it sounds like his safe spot is physical interaction with people. So he doesn't know how to market on social media. Whereas if you had a business partner, that you can piggyback off how they market on social media. The whole point of working together as a unit, one person or multiple people know what the other person's weaknesses are. So you focus on the strengths of the people that got the strengths and focus on the weakness of the people that got the weaknesses. And you bounce these things off of each other to prosper. Because in that situation, it just literally sounds like he doesn't know how to market on social media. That's the reality situation. So he's uncomfortable. So it's okay doing pop-up shops. It's okay doing other stuff. But you need to have another business partner or somebody in your circle that knows social media. And it could go back to Kayleen's point where you say, hey, just do me the solid. Advertise a shirt for me. Do me the solid. Go ahead and help me market all this type of stuff, or show me how to do social media. It looks like you're good on Instagram. Looks like you have a lot of followers. How did you do that? Ask those questions. And when you bring in that person, whether they want to do the business with you, automatically they're building you up. You're probably going to break them off with something, which now ropes them in to where you can all agree on a joint venture that works for all of you. And that's actually how you work together. Where, like Kadeem said, where you bounce stuff off each other. That he's selling one product, you help him sell the other product. You selling one product, you help him sell one product, and then y'all come together as a unit. Like, oh, we sold some products together, we helped each other out. Let's do this one thing we both good at and sell this, and that's how you become business partners. Keep the money rolling in and keeping it in a circle.
Right. That's some real shit. Hakeem said, "Does that include artwork, historical paintings, etc.?" I forgot what he asked in that in reference to. Hakeem, tell us what you're asking that in reference to again, because I think he probably asked that while you were talking about something else, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll refresh that question, Hakeem, so we can know what you're talking about. It says, can you speak to the nonprofits letter in kind as a deduction from your taxes?
What? Oh, that's for y'all niggas. Go ahead.
Yeah, that nonprofit and taxes, that's a whole nother topic that's extra complicated because nonprofit, you can't make a profit, but you can also use the funds from the nonprofit to also survive. So that's complicated. So I'm not even gonna jump into that question. That's a question that's actually a good topic for another podcast because that's a whole complicated thing. That's not easy.
Yo,
Not only that, but Linwood, I would say, contact us. Go to the website, contact us, set an appointment, and we can sit down and talk to you.
okay.
Because that's a more technical question.
Yeah, that's technical. Niggas gotta do some research on that one, nigga.
Exactly. That's real shit. That's real shit. So if you guys have any questions, just put in a queue in the chat, and we'll get to the questions. But yeah, as far as this topic, I think this is important for people to understand. Because a lot of times what happens is especially with social media now and people seeing people being entrepreneurs and all that, they always assume that everyone's doing everything by themselves, and they don't realize motherfuckers be having a whole team behind them doing a bunch of extra
entourage.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
They have a whole team with them. Look, take somebody like Kevin Hart, right?
Right.
Millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it's not just him. He got and what I like about what he does, he literally has the guys that he grew up with connected with him, and I guess he has somebody for his security, which is
Right.
like that's his real boy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who manages his manager. Like those are all his real friends. I think that's dope. The fact that he was able to connect all his real friends and find a spot for them as far as what they can do, why they have some type of level of importance. They have some value to what he's doing.
Right.
It's literally him and his team, but you only really you see him though. But my point is that it takes all of them.
Right.
To make the Kevin Hart brand, it takes all of them to make that happen.
Well, and one thing I want to bring up though that I think is a big point that we all overlooking. The definition of an entrepreneur, it is a single person that tries to do his own business, but and that's the starting point. You start off as an entrepreneur, and then you cross over into owning businesses and owning things, and that's why you have to have a team. So the core of an entrepreneur is somebody that's coming out, he's just hustling. He's doing different things to create different streams of incomes. And so a lot of times, which could be another topic for a podcast, a lot of people are getting stuck in this entrepreneur thing. The entrepreneur thing is good. It's a good starting point, but that is all it is. And to his point is, you don't want to get stuck in an entrepreneur because yes, you're an entrepreneur if you're selling t-shirts, but you're now a business owner if you have a team. Every business has a team. A football team has an owner, a CEO. All sports, all TV channels, all cell phones. There's hierarchy. A lot of times, everyone is getting stuck as entrepreneur. It's a cute name, and it's great because you have to become an entrepreneur before you become a business owner. But people are forgetting that and getting stuck in that little hyper word, entrepreneur. Because let's be honest, it's a system behind an entrepreneur too. Because guess what? Entrepreneurs get taxed more because guess why? They really don't know how to get taxed properly. So the government makes more money off you. If you notice, this is why this entrepreneur thing is very pushed. It's because you're spending more money on random things because you're moving solo instead of a team. An entrepreneur might not think deep enough to say, hey, instead of buying 10 t-shirts for $20, I could buy 50 t-shirts for $5. These are things that people bypass. So it's not a matter of just an entrepreneur. It's a matter of starting off, and that's good to start at that level. And then from that point on, taking it to the next level and joining a team. So people got to get out the mind of this whole entrepreneur thing.
Right. That's I'll add to that real quick and say if you're looking at it the right way, entrepreneur is just the first step to ownership because the first thing you own as an entrepreneur is your business, and then so you use the cash flow from your business to own other assets like real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Trusts, all that other shit. Life insurance policies. Go to RKT Appraisals and get your shit done. You feel me?
Hakeem said in reference to selling historical African American, Black history paintings, Native Indian paintings, how to go about it. I have no idea.
I mean, if I'm being honest, the thing about that, if you're trying to be specific about African American paintings, all this type of stuff, social media is the best place. Go ahead and friend request all Black people and all African Americans on all of the social media platforms and actually spark real conversations with these random peoples and comment on their posts because guess what? They're going to support your business. That's the other thing. You got to focus on what demographic you're looking at. You just said
Right.
you want to sell African American paintings. You should be socializing with all African Americans that you come across. You can utilize your daily routine of going to the store, talking to African Americans outside when you go in the store, when you're walking down the street. Build it that way, and on the social media platform, just request all African American people and try to sell your business that way. That's the
They
reality.
got special groups on Facebook. They have groups that are geared for different areas. There's a group on Facebook right now as we speak. I'm pretty sure that's geared towards different paintings and artwork. It's just a simple click of a button and just doing a little bit of research. But I know for sure Facebook would have a group that's specifically for paintings and things of that nature. So that's something that you should definitely look into.
Yeah, and I would say too, what's interesting about this whole thing about working as a team, like even see, people don't realize that you're still utilizing other aspects of other mediums to get shit popping. So for example, let's say the dude Adam who's selling his clothes, right? Let's say he uses a website to sell his clothes. That website is built for him to house the clothes or whatever, or the samples of how the clothes look for people to purchase. You see what I'm saying? Then let's say on that website, they manufacture the shirts and then mail it out to the people. So the people who run the website and the people who mail out his shirts is technically part of the team, because they're needed for him to be able to get that going. You see what I'm saying? So it's always going to be a collaboration in order for something to go down. You see what I'm saying when it comes to all of this,
Right?
because he's not going to be the one sitting there making the clothes, driving all the way to the people's houses.
Right. It's not gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be too crazy. So it's guys got to keep that stuff in mind. So it says, can you? Oh, we already did that one. I think I saw another question. Hold on, where's the other question? It says, how do you manage online taxes for online businesses, or does it matter?
Get yourself a good fucking accountant. That's what you do. Get yourself an accountant that's aware of how to itemize and know how to, declare shit for your online business. That's what you do. Like, guys, stop being cheap. Don't try to do your own fucking taxes. I know TurboTax say all you got to do is click and this and that, but just get somebody to do it for you. Get somebody to do it for you, and make sure they are a tax preparer, don't let your financial advisor do your taxes.
Right.
I agree. 100%.
Let your tax preparer do your taxes separate from your financial advisor. Because I'm hearing too many fucking stories with these celebrities about how they financial advisor send money to the IRS. But remember that Steve Harvey, he said he thought he was writing checks to the IRS, but they was just pocketing the fucking money.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So let somebody who's designated to do your taxes. Guys, once you start a business, guys, I know it might cost a couple $100 and you're like, damn, I could have done it myself on TurboTax. No.
Right.
Let the tax preparer do it. And another reason why you want to do that too is that just in case you get audited, you could tell IRS, talk to that nigga.
That guy, right? Yeah.
Now, IRS come and be like, sir, we have some questions. Talk to that nigga. Like, him over there. I paid him.
Right. Exactly.
I agree. 100%.
Exactly. That's a fact. This is, what if you antisocial?
Man.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I got an answer for that. There's a lot of people out there who's antisocial. As a matter of fact, more than half the people I grew up with, I don't see them on social media. I know they're antisocial. What I would do is leverage other people who are not. The thing is, we have this misunderstanding, feeling that we have to do everything. No, but it is your job to find people who are more vocal, who are not afraid to be in front of the camera and talk. There's plenty of people out there. But yeah, I get it. Some people are antisocial. But like I said, a lot of times, and there's so many different things you could do. Like, I'll be on TikTok a lot, right? I promote videos about financial services. Half the times I'm not even talking.
Right.
I'm just sitting there. I'm letting somebody else talk.
Right.
The information is still. I'm still marketing the information.
Right.
So a lot of times you got to know it doesn't necessarily have to be you per se. Leverage other people who are not afraid to be vocal.
Or just use sign up with one of these AI companies and let them produce the videos for you.
Right.
True.
That's a fact. Yeah, you could do that too. Like I know somebody right now that's doing that shit. Like
Look,
they don't talk in the video. Their voice is not in it. It's somebody else's voice but it's their words, and then they just let the person put the shit together and then post it.
Yo, who that? Tell me who that is back behind the scenes. Who you talking about? I was gonna say, look, with all this technology and shit, all y'all excuse finding ass niggas, you have no excuse.
Right, exactly. There's so many different ways.
You have ways. Yo, once I started living my life seeking possibilities as opposed to seeking excuses, everything changed.
Right.
You understand? Remember that. Don't seek excuses, seek possibilities. That's it. So all of that. But what if my uncle touched me when I was a kid? Figure it out, nigga. Like, get a therapist. You know, if you don't want to talk to people, use AI. You know, stop letting your trauma fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make money out here. Right. You understand?
All problems breed solutions, and solutions breeds opportunities.
Exactly. I mean, look, I was lucky enough that my mom never let me spend no time with none of my uncles. So hey, I ain't got to worry about all that. You know what I'm saying?
You stupid. All right. So what's the last thing I want to say? Because we have to wrap this up. So you got to head out. Any last words you want to say on this?
Yeah, the last thing I want to say for everybody is, like, one, of course, contact RKT Appraisal. Go to the website, book a consultation. It's free. It's 30 minutes. The second thing I want to say is, like, with the social media world, and it's 2023, like, start looking at the people at your circle. Back in the day, you know what I mean? You could play around when you was 19, 20, do a bunch of dumb stuff. It ain't that era no more. Right. Look around at people in your circle. If they ain't helping you progress, get rid of them. Have that real conversation. Promise you do that, and only rock with people that's helping you progress. Everybody will be all right.
Right.
And last thing I would say is, basically, if you don't want to get rid of them, do an 80-20 rule, right? Spend 80% of the time with the people who, are helping you progress, and the other 20%, give them your spare time, the time where you ain't doing nothing and you just want to chill. You can do so, but spend most of the time with the people who are helping you progress. And as far as the social media, you got to understand that we are not going backwards. We're going forward in time, so that like, social media is not going anywhere. So I advise people to find a way to get comfortable. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do as far as the actual social media, you're gonna have to get used to doing it, because it's not going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? It's not. It's only going to get more and more, in depth as we go into the future. So just keep that in mind as well.
Real talk. All right, people. So that's pretty much it, man. We will holler at y'all later. Make sure you guys go to rktappraisals.com. Holler at Killing Me Rashidi, and we will talk to y'all next week. All right. Peace. The truth is inside you. We out of here.